I'm gonna take it from the top. Let my brother drive while I shoot, team effort, asking all these questions. Bitch, you must think you Nadeska.
It's kind of crazy, right?
Hey people, I'm Kenya Miracle, and you're watching Polish. Today we're sitting here with OG host and journalist Nadeska and the incredibly talented nail technician, Leticia. All right, Nadeska, let's see your nails. What are we giving?
It's been months.
Has it really?
Yeah, it has been months.
Okay, period. But they look good though.
You think so?
Yes,
I think
they
you're
do.
just being kind, but I appreciate that.
No,
they
ma'am.
do good.
And they've grown out.
not being biased.
You have a natural French. Do you usually do like
natural French?
She does. Tell me that. I feel like when the nail grows
Should we
out.
switch spots? She said
You have a natural
French.
Do you usually do like a praise? Are you into acrylic? Like, what are you actually into when it comes to getting your nails done?
Listen, these days, almost nothing. So once upon a time ago, I loved actually getting my nails done. I was like the neon queen.
Okay.
But recently I realized juggling like work and child and everything, I just can't maintain it. And I hate when it looks chipped and messy.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of trying to get a manicure once a month, but that hasn't happened in 6 months.
Yeah.
And then doing like the gel couture, so the fake gel, where you don't actually set it and you don't have to peel it. You just kind of use regular acetone to get it off.
And then let it dry.
And then let it dry so it looks kind of decent, but like I also haven't done that in months, so here we are.
Well, when did you start getting your nails done? Like, do you remember the first time?
In my 20s, because before that, A, it wasn't really allowed, and B, I couldn't afford it.
Okay.
And so at that time, you guys remember Rite Aid? I was
Love
just
Rite Aid.
looking at nail polish.
Sponsor
and,
Rite Aid.
I don't know, at that point, doing nails was something that was really fun to me. Like, it was a project. I was changing, multiple colors per week. I remember CoverGirl came out with, it was maybe like a Halloween thing, like a crackle edition where you put on the bottom layer,
crackle.
the top, and then it.
Yes.
So yeah, I was doing it myself all the time and I was having so much fun with it. Fast forward to now,
Yeah.
never doing it myself.
Did you ever get into acrylic or tips at all?
Yeah, I think when I did start going to the salon, I was doing acrylics all the time, going for the fill-in, which was really fun. But again, I was never getting it maintained often enough. So there would always be those 2 weeks in between where you could see the gap growing.
Yeah.
And it would stress me out, but I couldn't make it back to the salon to get it
get
fixed.
the fill-in.
Yeah,
Okay.
but a fresh set of tips.
Okay.
It's amazing.
That's how I feel about my hair. I'm like, this is a lot of work, but then I got new growth, so I gotta go back and get it done over. It's just...
That's how I feel about everything.
That's
Hair.
It's a lot of new
makeup,
growth everywhere we
nails.
go.
Yeah,
Yes,
all of
exactly.
it. It's just a lot of things that used to be more fun, but I do really like having nicely polished nails. And when I
Same.
grow up, I want to be that lady who has perfectly manicured nails.
All the
I
time.
sit on the chair and I admire women with nice nails all day. You know what's so funny? So a makeup artist last year said something that really kind of blew my mind. She schedules every month or every few weeks a maintenance week, an entire week where she's gonna so she'll break it up, getting nails done one day, eyebrows, her wax, everything. And I was like, what an amazing concept. She puts it in her calendar and blocks the time out so that she actually gets it done. I'm like, that's actually a great idea.
I also like the women and men who are also really self-sufficient. They can do their own eyebrows, they wax their own hair, they do their own hair, full-on braids.
Oh, yeah, no.
Or do their own lashes. I'm like, wow.
Hey girl, I did my lashes today for the very first time.
Yes, give it
I'm
up.
so proud of myself.
Yes, because this takes time to do. I would look on YouTube right before an event to try an attempt, but then I always end up having so much glue at the top of my lid, and I'm like, this is...
That was me today,
worth
but then
it.
I covered all the glue with eyeliner, and hopefully you guys can't tell.
No, we cannot, darling. We cannot. I think now because I've moved into Russian manicures and pedicures, which
Ooh.
I feel like,
Explain.
well, my girl, my sister Leticia.
A Russian manicure, I feel like the only difference between a Russian manicure and a regular manicure is that they kind of really singe off your cuticles.
I was just gonna say, it sounds like it'll hurt more, a Russian manicure.
I feel like it's way more
Dangerous.
Yeah. So a lot of people kind of refrain from offering the service unless you go through the training that it takes to actually know.
Why would you do that as opposed to the regular soak and cut?
I guess because it just looks smoother. It looks more photoshopped.
Yes. It literally looks
airbrushed,
super
from the cuticle.
clean. So I'll let her cut off my whole toenail as long as it looks nice. And that's exactly what she does. And she still does the massage at the end. And it's also a dry one too. So we're not like dipping our feet in water and doing the whole 9. I feel like technically this is a dry manicure because we're not dipping in water as well.
Really?
It's all really the same thing. It's just in the United States, you're not supposed to be doing it. So let's pretend I got it done. In
Which makes it way more exciting, right?
Exactly, more dangerous. When you're a mom, these are the things that excite you.
Yeah.
Shake that ass. Okay, so yes, now we're in motherhood and we have 12 kids.
Oh my gosh. Really? No.
You shouldn't take her too seriously.
I'm like, you don't look like a mother of 12.
I mean, thank God.
Right, period.
No, this is about to be my second, but I honestly wonder how people juggle 3 and 4 kids and career and just life. It's a lot.
How are we dealing with the men that have us fucked up in our industry?
Wow, that's a big question. I feel like I'm in a space now where it's less worse than it's historically been.
Beautiful.
Right? That's so not eloquent, but you know what I mean?
I know
feel
exactly
like
what you mean.
I have been blessed to work with many, many difficult men. And I think working in music and very specifically like in hip hop, like it's just a lot of men around all the time. And so I think it's a combination of like, I feel like at my current job, I'm in a much safer space than I've ever been. Literally, like all sorts of safe, physically, mentally,
Spiritually, yes.
spiritually, emotionally safer.
It's all connected.
Which is really nice. Yeah, also part of me has just gotten a lot more used to dealing with it, to not taking things personally, not internalizing things as much, and just, I don't know if I can curse here, just giving a less sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think after you've maneuvered enough egos for such a long time, you just kind of understand what it is. So it's easier now for me to shrug it off. And I've also prioritized my life outside of work, my family, and working on other businesses. And that really helps when it's difficult at work to sort of just take a step back and be like, you know what? Some days this is just a job.
I also want you to know, guys, that she's allegedly a Capricorn moon. And I think that really is the reason why, because you literally, since I've known you, like on and off camera, it's always been super down to earth, very professional, super chill. Like,
What if I'm not a Capricorn moon? I need to figure.
I said allegedly. I said allegedly.
Smart.
Appreciate the alleged.
Yeah, no, but I think you're right, man. I should have like checked the chart before I came.
You should have.
It's weird. I don't think I always am feeling necessarily as calm and collected as it might seem.
Yeah.
I guess it's a mix of things. Some of that is just upbringing, right? I just come from a very strict Caribbean upbringing and being polite and having manners, and the way you show up, especially as a girl child, has always been a thing. And so I think some of that is naturally baked in. I also realized that, man, Caribbean people are hot-blooded. I grew up around a lot of tempers, and I think that maybe, unfortunately, like I'm just sort of used to dealing with a lot of chaos and tempers. It's not something I necessarily enjoy, but I feel like it's maybe so natural to me that I can.
You've already adapted
sort
to
of,
it.
Exactly. Which again, it's not great. It's not great.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do, right? You just gotta survive. You know, I'm learning more about who I am every day, but I try when I'm in situations, even when there is chaos, to just not compromise who I am. Did you decide what the design's gonna be?
I think I was gonna go with that neon French that you did.
Oh, she's taking it back.
A neon French over my natural French. You see what she did there?
You know?
So Nadeska.
This is a sexy voice, okay?
Oh, yeah. You've been in the game for like 2 decades now, which is insane. I'm like MTV, Complex, Apple. You said you were freelancing, so I'm sure you were at a million different places too. You could have been in real estate by now. So what keeps you going?
Okay, it's funny that you say that because
Come on, business.
this is my last year in journalism. I mean, honestly, I'm back and forth a little bit. There's still a lot of things that I want to do. And so I think that definitely this iteration of my career, I am ready for like the next thing. Like there's other stuff I want to do. I would love to write a TV show, like launch different series. So I think I'm still giving it a chance because I want to figure out what else is possible on this journey. I don't necessarily want to keep doing album interviews for the rest of my life. But there's also a part of me, the ADHD part, that wants to escape sometimes. And so I do love real estate, for example. Like that is something I've been spending a lot of time doing on the side. I love interior design. I'm like, man, can I figure out a way to go back to school part-time for interior design?
Yes.
and then do that and have a whole lifestyle change? Or should I try to figure out something that's like a little bit less dramatic of a left turn?
Yeah.
So yeah, mulling all of these ideas over at the moment, to be honest with you.
I feel like whatever you do, I know you're gonna be super committed.
Is that the Capricorn moon or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%. And I think, allegedly, you have a Pisces rising.
Allegedly.
I know a lot of Pisces to be ambitious, at least when they're stepping into their power. So if they like getting their nails done, they're not the regular people and be like, oh, I'm gonna get my nails done. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna become a nail technician.
Yeah.
And even if it's for just like a 6-week course, they're really just there to get it and figure out how to do it on their own. And I feel like because you already like embody that energy, even being in the media for 20 years, like whatever you decide to do next, put your power into it, like you're gonna be like 100% successful in it.
Thank you, girl.
Is that a thing for you? Like, I wanna be happy. Or is it just like, it's just an emotion for you and it comes and goes?
Yeah, I don't know. I have this like dialogue with myself all the time about ambition versus like happiness. So like, when we die, is it better to have lived a life where you were happy and chilled and lived your soft girl life, or to have achieved a lot and you were maybe miserable most of the time? So like, which one's actually better? You have
Miserable.
the answer. Miserable.
Yeah,
Miserable.
100%.
Miserable and contributing to the world.
I feel like in media, what do you think so far? Because again, 25 years plus.
Okay, now you're making me sound really old. I feel like it's like 15 to 20. How do we get, if we end this with you saying 40 years, girl, I'm burning this footage.
Since it's been like 62 years or whatever, like, how long have you been getting your nails done?
I'm giving you my age.
That's okay. The girls want to know. The girls want to know.
Over 40 years.
I like your nails.
Thank
we have some
you.
designs. We have a French going on. How much do you pay to get your nails done?
It was $100.
Okay,
without
period.
Tip. Yeah.
Okay, she said without tip.
Without tip. I like to tip. So.
Yeah. How much do you like pay for your nails?
$20-something.
Oh, that's solid.
Yes, I go right on Utica and Winthrop.
So honestly, one of my friends, thankfully she does nails, so I don't pay too much. Usually nails and toes I pay like 80.
Okay, in 2025,
I know.
if you're getting your nails and feet done at the same time, you're making money. So who pays for your nails?
I pay for my nails.
Period. Yeah, we got a lot of independent women out here. And we are not promoting that. We are not promoting that in 2025. But my girl says she got it, period. And who pays for your nails?
Me.
All the ladies independent, throw your hands up at me. Do you pay for it yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes my husband pays for it too.
Yes.
He's the reason
Okay.
for it.
Come on, get into our husband.
Yes.
I pay my nails.
Oh, she said.
For now.
Right.
For now. I pay for my own nails.
How often do you get it done?
Like every 3 weeks or so.
Twice a month.
Twice a month. You got money. Okay.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Will you ever get back into writing? Would you ever get back into like online magazine work? Like, would you ever get back into that space?
So I wouldn't say that I'm completely over interviews, but I would like to widen the scope. I would love to have a platform where I could just have conversations with people, just interesting people doing whatever. Scientist, an astronaut, you know, a biographer.
You want to get into your Oprah bag.
Get into my Oprah bag. There
Yes.
you go, girl. Yeah, like I don't feel like, you know, I've grown a lot as a person, and I love music, but over the past 15 to 62 years that I've been doing this, you know, like my interests have widened as a person, you know, like you know, I have more responsibilities now and I care about a lot
Other
more things in the
things,
world.
right.
So I want to just be able to have the conversation. So that's one. And then B, my pie in the sky dream is to write a TV show.
Wow, I wonder what kind of mom you are. Like, is it giving, sit your little ass down? Or it's like, girl, just do what you want. Live your creative life.
Yeah, I'm trying to be somewhere in the middle. I'm trying to be, I don't want to be as strict as, you know,
Your mom?
my mom was.
Yeah.
There was no room for being creative or having your own thoughts or any of that. And so I don't want to be like that with her. So I think I'm a much gentler parent. But we are still very firm on rules and discipline. Like, you're not going to be around people acting nuts. Like, we're not doing that. And I think that she can be whatever she wants to be when she grows up, as long as she understands the value of money and working hard for it. And I think my biggest failure as a parent would be like raising an obnoxious kid.
What if she wanted to get into media?
Ugh.
What if she was like, Mom, I too want to be a journalist. Like it gave Blue Ivy, how she's dancing.
Yeah, I'd be
But
like,
now it's like your baby, she's in front of the camera, interviewing
listen,
Helter
honey.
Skelter or something.
Yeah, you know, I would have to support her, but I might try to find ways to dissuade her.
That was a very clean answer. Love that. Love that for
Try
you.
and be like, what about AI? Is there a job in AI that's maybe good? Can you use that to save the world and reverse climate change? Like, there's some other more pressing matters we could attend to.
Are you in a club?
What club?
Like,
What kind of club?
not the face.
What kind of club are you
like
talking about?
like a mommy club. Where the mothers, they come together and they push their strollers. It's just rewarding. Let me finish.
They have those?
Let me finish my vision.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
They come together, they're wearing yoga pants, usually have like on-cloud sneakers or Hoka sneakers, and their hair is tied up in the back.
I don't like Hoka sneakers. Don't say that.
And what if Hoka was to sponsor us? Just
Sorry, it's not for me.
one thing at a time.
Okay, anyway, sorry, interrupted.
And their strollers are like at least 1,000 or 3 bands, and they're just pushing the strollers together and they're walking at a very high speed. You're not a part of that club?
You know, that's interesting. Okay, so being a mom is like, as my daughter is like going to school and forming these friendships, her teacher will be like, oh, she really loves this kid and this kid. You guys should arrange play dates.
Wow.
And my husband and I are like, the thing is, like, also gotta make sure I vibe with the parents, because it's not like they're playing on supervised. You have to hang out too, right? Is that selfish?
No, I don't like going to the park.
We need to find friends that like she likes, but her parents also make
What if
sense
I don't
for
like
us.
the parents?
Yeah, so like I feel like I'm not gonna universally be friends with all parents just because.
Because my daughter's friends with
You know what I
your
mean?
friends.
So no, I'm
Yes.
not exactly in a mom club, but I am building my mom tribe, like people that I just like a lot, period, who also have kids. We're trying to spend more time together.
Yes.
It's just harder because it's hard coordinating with like younger kids' schedules, but I am trying to do that more because it's easier to explain why I need to have dinner at 5 p.m.
As far as like the media interviews, especially in hip hop, what do you think have been your favorite interviews to date?
Last year I did one with Schoolboy Q that I really liked because I hadn't seen him in a really long time, and the version of Q that I had met was very different from the one that I sat down with. You know, he's now like a girl dad and transitioned to the other side of life and golfing, and I think
Life is lifing.
in an industry where it's like I feel like a lot of people are just keeping up this character for the sake of entertainment. Getting to have conversations with people like that who are like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna be who I am. This is the version of myself. Seeing people age gracefully, I'll say.
Yes, that's how I feel about Lil Jon.
Yo, he's been doing the damn thing for a long time.
And he is.
I did enjoy meeting Rihanna because I never thought that was ever gonna happen. It was not in the cards. I feel like she always
Are you serious?
Because she always does like Vogue cover shoots. She's not trying to talk to me. But anyway, it happened.
Yes.
And what I liked about her was that a lot of times with artists, people always like, who's your favorite celebrity that you've met? I'm like, I don't know. You don't know who they really are, right? She was exactly who I always thought she was gonna be. Like, she's one of the biggest stars on the planet, and then she was also like one of the nicest people I've ever met and most genuine, and that just gave me some reassurance that you don't have to be a shitty human being to be successful, because sometimes I think that you have to. And I was like, the only thing I could do wrong here is ask her some bullshit. Because then I know
Because
how
then she'll call you out. She'll definitely call you out on that
Exactly.
shit too. Like, what the fuck you just said? So in music, right? I think it's so funny when I'm just randomly listening to an album and I hear people's names that I know of, like in the songs, and I'm like, wow.
What a cute setup.
Nadeska.
You planned that one?
Look at that.
Oh boy.
And so I'm hearing the song in Jimmy Cooks and 21 Savage. How did you feel in the moment when you heard the song? Like, were you listening to the album and then you just heard your name, or did somebody be like, yo, Nadeska, did you hear your song, like hear your name in the song?
Yeah, I'm always the last person to know.
Love that.
Of course, people are hitting me that they heard it. Yeah, I mean, I was really shocked. So that song came out, that was 2022, I think, right?
So, yeah.
Yeah, my daughter was born late 2021, so I was like deep down the postpartum hole. I felt very like disconnected from the world. And
Interesting.
yeah, no, I was in a weird place. It wasn't like positive at the time. I was like worried that I would never be back in society like a real functioning person. And so yeah, that shocked me. I was like, where did this come from? No one has seen or heard from me from months.
Yeah.
Like I had
just rapping about you.
just rapping. I had just gotten COVID. Like everything
Love
at home
that.
was, yeah, you know
Beautiful.
what I mean?
Exciting.
Yeah, and to this day, I still don't know where that came from. Did it just rhyme in the verse, or?
I'm gonna pull it
I
up.
want to ask him one day. You don't need to do all that.
I wanna know.
I don't think there's an answer on the internet.
No, there's not an answer on the internet, but I'm I want to know the lyrics now.
But it's just like of all the things that could have rhymed. Yeah, one day I'm gonna just have to ask him like, what happened in the studio when you're writing that?
Oh, you
that
never
guy
even
came.
talked to him about it?
I haven't seen him in person since that happened. So I don't know what the backstory is. But yeah, I was shocked. But it's a fire verse though.
Yeah. And then you also did a video too with Latto, where you jumped in with that, and I think Angie Martinez was in that too. What was that like? Exciting? Okay, great.
No, so this is what I mean. Like it's always like chaos on the other side of it. No, that was really nice. I had interviewed Latto at Apple Music and we had a really good talk. And so her manager reached out like, hey, she would really like you to be in this video. Again, I think maybe I had just sort of, was I working full time again? I don't know. I was at the playground with my daughter when he called like, hey, can you fly out to LA tomorrow? I was like, I'm kind of awkward. I don't think music videos are, I said no a few times and then he convinced me basically. Went out there, it was a really great shoot, and then again it dropped, and I was traveling with my daughter. She wasn't sleeping because she sleeping, and I remember
she doesn't like to sleep.
No,
Love
dude,
that.
I remember I was like under the bed trying to post the video to not wake her up because I had just gotten her to sleep. I don't know, it's always like chaotic, but again, a cool experience. I was grateful to Latto for that. I'm not a person who would like normally pop up in videos, and again, I tried to say no a few times.
Yeah.
So I was glad that her manager was insistent.
Cool with it. People don't know like you're Grenadian, or maybe people do know, but it's not something that's really talked about. Like, what was that upbringing like for you? Were you raised in Grenada, or were you raised in Brooklyn, Grenada?
All of the above. Right. No, I was born in Grenada and I moved to New York when I was like 10 or 11.
Oh,
like
she
the
an
end
immigrant, y'all.
I know, this is why it's crazy that you don't hear the accent at all, but it's okay. That's a story for another time. But yeah, I came at the very, very end of 5th grade. So yeah, I spent a good chunk of my life there. Yeah. And then we moved to Flatbush, which now it's called Little Caribbean, the area that I grew up. Like, okay, so there's, don't do that, girl. So there's this lady, I'm gonna shout out Shelly. So she has this, like, she has a,
my girl.
It's like an organization / business called Caribbean. Okay. And she literally got the neighborhood changed. Like if you check on Google Maps, it says Little Caribbean.
I know, I see it.
Banners and everything. We're gonna start calling that.
You know what? Because Shelly did it.
Shelly did it.
I will absolutely start calling it that. But if Rebecca did it, then I wouldn't be so excited. I wouldn't be so excited.
If it was Becky, we would not take that seriously.
Yeah.
But
but that's amazing.
But no, so yeah, I lived there for a long time. I lived in Crown Heights for a little, and now I'm like back in that neighborhood again. So yeah, I did grow up in Brooklyn, Grenada.
Did you ever play Mass or like Kitty Carnival?
No, because my mom, I love her.
What's your mom's name?
She doesn't like, and I'm not gonna say her name.
Okay.
She's gonna ship me home, but
Sharon.
No.
No, I'm thinking about Keke Palmer's mom. She's always referring to her mom.
Let's call her Sharon.
So that's what I say, Sharon.
She doesn't do fun. She just doesn't do things that are fun.
Interesting.
I think a lot of Caribbean kids would understand. Some parents are just really religious and really strict, and
yeah.
I got one of those.
Yeah,
valid.
So, not the whole crew being like, no. Okay, the whole crew is Caribbean, y'all. If y'all didn't know, we got Dominican, Jamaican, Bayesian, Trinidadian, Guyanese, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's like you have fun with your cousins, you know what I mean? But like, and if anyone has a parent who's Seventh-day Adventist, then you really know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Because she converted, and yes.
That's you?
I actually have a question. How do you feel your mom's strict upbringing helps you in the industry you're in right now?
I mean, it gives discipline. I'll say that. It was a lot of like, you're not finishing your homework, cool, you're gonna sleep on the kitchen table tonight. And a lot of,
that's fair.
For better or worse, nothing was ever good enough. Like a 98 out of 100 was not good enough. There was never like a good job. Yeah. I think in my entire life, I remember my mom once or twice expressing like, that she was proud of me, or like I did something well. So I guess that's maybe also part of where it comes from. Like every success is like nothing, because like what's next? So yeah, I think in that way it's helped.
Damn, Sharon.
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 Ooh, I feel the burn now. But just on one nail.
Ooh. What happened is broken?
On every nail after that. No, hard gel or just gel in period. Once you put it on the nail, the machine tries to dry it so quick that it actually feels like the sun on your nail.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you actually get the UV experience.
Are you giving me a Russian manicure right now?
Are you?
No.
It's gonna last forever, or?
No, it's gonna gonna last you like a month. It's a little bit more structured than a regular manicure because it has a little bit more body to it.
I mean, a month. This is gonna take me into maternity leave. That's
This
amazing.
is-
Thank you, girl.
Yeah, and it's just like your nail.
What music do you like to listen to?
I mean, I listen to a little bit of everything. I grew up like, you know, in that TRL era where like you could listen to all of the things. You didn't need to just like pick one genre and that'd be your only.
Just like a star, that's fly sky. And then it would be like, oops, I did it. Like it really
You
just-
know, you
I
understand.
remember.
Yeah, but on this playlist, it was a lot of, you know, I had a lot of like, just like Kate Renata. I had some new like R&B artists like Isaiah Falls and Coco Jones, some Afro beats, a lot of like Wizkid and Davido, like a little bit of everything. I've always loved, it's like dance, R&B, hip hop, like whatever blend of that feels good. And then at home, just on weekends, if I'm cleaning or cooking or chilling, listen to like a lot is jazz. A little
You
bit of
are a
everything.
Capricorn moon. I'm just gonna keep
How
it
does
like
that
that.
explain everything?
Your moon sign really is designed to tell you who you are when you're like by yourself, like when you're just like in your own emotions and how you feel essentially when the sun goes down and the moon comes up. It's just as simple as that, like who you are when nobody's watching. Okay, I found the lyrics. Let my brother drive while I shoot.
I feel like these are lyrics we probably, I don't know if we want to recite these. Do we?
Team effort.
Are we gonna edit all of these lyrics?
We're not doing all of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it from the top. Let my brother drive while I shoot. Team effort. Asking all these questions, bitch. You must think you Nadeska.
It's kind of crazy, right?
That's actually kind of crazy.
It's not just like a name shout out. I think, yeah, once it settled in, I was like, oh, this is like, you shouted out my work? Like, usually I feel like rappers don't care. They're just on the press run. You just gotta get this done.
Yeah.
And for that to come from 21 of all people, it's like, I appreciate you, bro. It's actually really sweet.
I mean, I thought we were just like 21, 21, 21. I didn't know like the baby was actually saying stuff.
It's nice to be surprised. I think when he had, he dropped a lot with Cole.
Yes.
That was my first time realizing that there were so many more dimensions to him as an artist.
Yes.
And he also just seems like, again, in an industry full of a lot of characters, he seems like a stand-up guy. Like he stands on what he means. Sorry. You're distracting me.
I feel like in the songs, on the surface, you get 21 and you're like, okay, gangster, like we get it. Shotta, shotta, shotta.
21.
And then you see him on live and he's like singing Keisha Cole. And I'm like, baby, if you want to close your eyes in this moment to really get into it, go for it. And just imagine, what would you say to younger Nadeska?
Girl, don't do this. Should have picked a different major. Why don't you just go into finance, save all your money and put it in Bitcoin?
Yeah. Were you on campus or did you go to school in New York?
And I finished at SUNY Binghamton upstate, which, you know, yeah, it was an experience. Yeah, it was, I couldn't wait to get back. I don't even know if I went to graduation, girl. I cannot remember.
Oh, that's how bad it was.
It was, I mean, I did make some great friends there, I will say that, but it was very much like a culture shock for me. I met a whole set of different kids from Long Island and Westchester, which when you grew up in Brooklyn.
Girl, you talking about racism?
No.
I'm talking about culture shock. I'm thinking like a different food. And then you said the names. I'm like, racism.
I didn't feel like they were racist. That's the thing. I did make a lot of new friends, but it had just been a whole side of New York that I had never experienced growing up in the city. You know, like to me, the walls were, it was like Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, like people from the suburbs I never met or interacted with.
Yes, they be wildin'.
It was a whole different experience, but it was cool. Like I needed that. It expanded my horizons a little bit. So yeah, I had a little bit of on-campus life as well.
You mentioned earlier how like fashion really isn't your tea, and you were like,
What are you trying to say about my outfit, girl?
ma'am, when you were at the skate
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
do you remember like one of the cringiest outfits you had back in the day that you were like, what are we doing? Like looking back at those photos now.
I mean, they were probably all bad, if I'm being honest with you. You know what I realized, like, the more I've matured, I realized that for me, trying to find a nice neutral palette, like things that fit well and colors that I can mix and easily make an outfit is good.
Yeah.
I cannot deal with, and I also, again, people that I admire, like, you're planning your outfit a week in advance and like the accessories and all of that, my brain just can't compute. I'm not gonna do it. I need to be able to put an outfit together in 5 minutes and get out the door. I'm gonna be late. And so I think when I was younger, just like I loved neon nails, I loved some crazy neon clothes and just all sorts of, it was fun. It was fun back then to like really dress up, and I always loved florals and things like that, but
You were giving like Rihanna, oh nah nah, what's my name? When she was in the corner store and she was wearing like...
hood. Yeah, it was a lot going on. And so I don't feel particularly good about any of those outfits now, but I realized like, yeah, if I keep the color palette neutral, there's a much smaller percentage of a chance that I'm gonna look back in 10 years and be like, girl, why?
Why? Okay, here guys, and here's a photo. Do you do feet too?
Absolutely not.
It's real.
Hate to see a foot coming.
Hate to see a foot coming. I feel like in the beginning where you just like, we're only doing manicures here.
So,
we're not doing
I
pedicures.
worked at one salon before. Let me see your hands.
Oh,
There
period. Okay.
And at that salon, I had to partake in pedicures because they didn't need me for nails at the time, and they had clients just waiting for pedicures, and I was just like, okay, I'll do it. But when I tell you, this was like the most horrifying experience that I've ever had. Like,
not horrifying.
no, horrifying. Like, I was just like,
Fungus is not that
no,
bad.
it was like, okay, I'm gonna cut. Okay, fungus on a nail, cool. This man's between his toes were like. And I feel like I took the pumice and started scrubbing it because I was like, what is that? We need to get that off. But the man started to bleed and I said, take me off of this pedicure right now. And ever since then, I've never wanted to touch a foot intimately again.
How do you feel about the cheese grater on the foot?
I feel like some people need the cheese grater, right?
Yikes.
Some people need the cheese grater. Don't even yikes. I need the cheese grater.
I need the cheese grater.
I'm not judging anybody, but I just feel like you gotta be careful with that thing because I done cut myself in many different places that wasn't even my foot, just trying to scrub my foot. I done cut here, trying to do that. So yeah, it's not safe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't suggest it, but yeah, pumice is good. Those things are pretty strong.
And how do you keep your nails stronger underneath the acrylic or underneath the gel?
Well, hydration is key. Like, I feel like we neglect that a lot, but like, you gotta moisturize your hands, for sure. And also maintenance. Like, a lot of times we don't clip our nails, so we just let them grow until they break, and then it's just like, now I gotta start all over. If we did that every 2 weeks, we would have a nice, decent upkeep.
Just like your hair.
I was just about to say that. Like, you have to trim it, or
Yeah.
if you let it, like, the split ends go down, it will
Yes.
just break off.
So hydration and upkeep, really.
Nadeska, thank you so much
Thanks for having me,
for
girl.
being on the show. Your nails look amazing. Tell the people what you think.
They're gorgeous. Like, I really need to plan an outing now. Thank you. This is the nicest they have looked and the nicest they will look all year. I appreciate you.
My pleasure. It was lovely.
Leticia did her big one on this set. Make sure you guys follow, like, subscribe down below. I'm your host, Kenya Miracle, and this is Polished.